Okay, so we decided to go snowshoeing today, and while I was out here, I decided to test some of the wool that I got from an Army Navy surplus store. These are Swedish wool pants. I'm sure you've seen them at Army Navy surplus stores. I've talked to quite a few different times about how you can spend 30 bucks each, so 60 bucks total, and have an entire outdoor suit that you can do survival related stuff, backpacking, something you can leave in your truck or your car if you got stranded on the side of the road. Just yesterday on I-15 in southern Utah, for 7.5 hours I think it was, a whole bunch of cars were stranded overnight. Some people only had half a tank of gas and they had to turn their car off until they couldn't handle it anymore, then start it back up to keep the heat in. If you had something like this in your trunk, you wouldn't have to do that. You'd be able to sustain longer. So anyway, but I'm not just going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to take it out and test it. So I'm taking my kids snowshoeing today. I have a polar fleece shirt and some long johns, and then I've got wool. And it's a really good idea for these wool pants to have some suspenders. You know, I just loosen the button up, have some suspenders. And anyway, we will test this out and see how it works, and I'll let you know what the verdict is and how cold or warm I've been. And it's wool, so you know it's probably going to be warm. And even when this stuff gets wet, it still can be wrung out, however you want to say that, and will still provide a very high insulating factor when compared to other materials. That's kind of cool, little button underneath. Anyway, let's see what happens. Okay, so we've been hiking for a little while with the snowshoes, and I am toasty with this. Very, very warm wool. You don't want to sweat if you can in the outdoors, because if you get sweaty you can get cold, but even with wool it's not as strong an effect. So I'm a little bit sweaty, but I'm not really worried about it because it'll breathe through the wool enough that it can still evaporate and I can actually dry off. And this is Lucy. Yeah, say hi. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Anyway, we're also trying out, I'm playing with a ham radio I've got and a J-pole strapped there to the back. It's a homemade J-pole a friend of mine made. We're broadcasting on, today is the 10th of December 2013. So if you go to APRS.FI, so Automated Position Reporting System.FI, and pull up my call sign, which is KG7GIG-7. That's KG7GIG-7. You will come up with the location where we're standing right now. So it'll broadcast where we decided to go on the little hike today. And that's it for now. We're going to go up a little bit further. There you go.
You want a full shot or just your face?
That's good. You got what I got? That works. Okay, so the verdict on the wool is it worked awesome. I got really warm. Had to lose the upper layer and cool off a little bit. I got the wool pants on still. They work great. Suspenders are pretty much a must. And because I know I'm going to get questions about it, this is my survival knife. I don't have my flint steel here. It's in the other sheath because I forgot to grab it. But basically, this is the Spyderco Bushcrafter. We use this in the Backcountry Bug Out Desert series on Blade HQ. You can get some deals or details about that awesome knife. I always try to have a knife and a fire starter in the backcountry. I'm right now noticing this got pulled out somewhere, so I'm gonna have to grab another one. But it's basically a little Havelis EO Exotech striker with some petroleum jelly in the back of it, so I have a fire starter, and it's on my person, so if something happens to my bag, my stuff, whatever, I have it on my person. But as you can see, I obviously scraped it off when I took my jacket off. Don't do that. I'm gonna have to change the design up a little bit. But anyway, post comments and questions. The verdict on the wool is it's outstanding. I would compare it to any other insulation layer. I would put it right underneath a Gore-Tex layer and right above everything else as far as a rating system for me personally. And 60 bucks for the whole suit, that's cheap. All right, thank you much. Leave some good comments and thumbs up.
Got it?
Ready? Okay, so I was out earlier and I thought that I had forgotten my little striker. What I did was I've got another sheath that I made with a tech lock that fits in the small of my back, so I can take my knife out and put it away that way. When I grabbed this with my knife in it, I forgot to transfer the striker over, so it's good to have a spare striker. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. It's pretty solidly in there. That's why I was surprised and thought when I thought I lost it. But it's a little striker. The top unscrews, has some petroleum jelly and cotton inside of it, so that if I light that on fire, it will burn for a semi-sustained amount of time to get everything else started in the fire in the winter time. The reason why this is good is that I can drop this in the water and still pick it up. Come here, Stinker. Here's baby Lulu. I can drop this in the water and still pick it up and start a fire out in the winter or the cold if I need. And it's on my person. Slip my arm in there, wear it while I'm packing, and then I've got it. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright, bonk. Bonk. Okay.